Do you know how you always get those texts or emails from your phone provider saying it's time to upgrade? Like, you're eligible for a new phone or device or whatever it may be? Well, I am the human equivalent of telling you that it is time to upgrade your life. This life upgrade is akin to pressing enhance on a photo you have just taken on your iPhone. It makes things crisper, brighter, and genuinely just more appealing. That is exactly what we are going to do to our life as well. So now that you've got these metaphors in mind, it is time to upgrade and enhance your life. And I am so excited to tell you exactly how you're going to do that.
Hello folks, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I am so excited for today's video. I got inspired to do this video on one of my daily walks, which is where I do my best creative thinking. Lock in, grab a notebook, grab a piece of paper, grab your notes app, because I am dishing out some solid tips that you may or may not want to implement. Highly recommend you do. But folks, it's time to enhance and upgrade our life because we all deserve it. We are getting our ish together before the new year. We're going to be way ahead of the New Year's resolution goers because we're already going to be 3 months into our new habits. I have 8 tangible tips for you to upgrade and enhance your life that I truly stand behind these. I co-sign these. These are all tips that I have implemented and truly see a difference in my quality of life, my happiness, my health, my overall demeanor. Take what you want, leave what doesn't suit you. So let's get into it, shall we? The first tip to upgrade your life is to get a hobby. I made a full video dedicated to this topic, so go watch that. In the full video that I made, I talked about how we turn to social media to get those quick dopamine hits when we really should be turning to hobbies or more productive measures, because those social media quick dopamine hits, sure, they fulfill you for a second, but they deplete you even more because you find yourself scrolling for hours on end just to realize you feel lethargic, you feel guilty, you feel like you haven't accomplished anything. When you have a hobby, you have less time for mindless scrolling and doom scrolling. So a tangible tip for finding and keeping a hobby is another video series that I've been doing, which is Social Media Free Sunday. Absolute game changer. I've been doing it for about 10 weeks now. On Sundays, I use no social media. I reallocate my time to doing things that truly fill up my cup. If you are struggling to find a hobby or commit to a hobby, I highly recommend an accountability buddy. You can get on a soapbox and be there for days talking about the importance of hobbies, but I won't. Tip number 2 is to integrate daily movement into your life. I fear I'm teetering into generic advice of just exercise. The biggest game changer for me for integrating daily movement into my life was finding movement and exercise that I actually loved and look forward to. I think if you force yourself to doing an exercise that doesn't fit you or your body's needs, it definitely can feel like a chore and you're not going to commit to it. I started doing long walks once a day. I usually go out for about 45 minutes, an hour. I pop in my headphones, I zone out. It's great, just me time for me to decompress, and it's great exercise. I also really like biking, rollerblading. Anything that my body is the mode of transportation is very empowering to me. We as a society are way too damn sedentary. If we're working a desk job in school, it just seems like we're sitting all day long. And if we're not intentional about movement, the most exercise or movement we can get in a day is walking to and from your car or to and from the kitchen. And that is an issue that affects your mental, your physical health. You're going to be crabby or lethargic. It's just not cute. Tip number 3 to enhancing your life is to make time for stillness and silence. This is absolutely critical. As a society, we are so prone to fill every single second of our day with stimulation. Even if it's good stimulation, even if we're listening to a podcast on a topic we want to learn more about. You know, we're scrolling social media, we're reading. Always stimulating your brain and never having time for boredom actually can be extremely counterproductive. Personally, I am so guilty of doing this. I do not like being bored. If I'm on a walk, I'm listening to a podcast, music, something. So it's something I need to be extremely intentional about doing, is just making time for silence. Whether you are just meditating, praying, or just straight up letting your mind wander, we need those moments. Tangible ways to implement silence. If you're driving to work and it's 15 or 20 minutes, don't put on the radio. And chances are it'll also make you a better driver because you're actually focused on the road and not what's coming out of the radio. Tip number 4 to enhancing your life is to create a pocket of joy every single day. What I mean by this is to have something even minuscule to look forward to every day that is just for you. For me, it is my 2 p.m. or post-dinner chai latte. I love the ritual of making a chai latte. It's so soothing. I love holding my warm cup of tea. Usually when I make it at 2 p.m., that's kind of my lull in the day. So making this latte is a great way to motivate me to kind of regain some energy and put a little pep in my step, if you will. But this also is a segue to one of my other videos, which is creating a dopamine menu. Basically, a dopamine menu is just a list comprised of things that you can do to give you a boost of happiness or a boost of serotonin that don't involve doom scrolling. Maybe create your own dopamine menu. Find a few things that you can do when you hit that lull in the day or when you need a little boost. Tip number 5 is to say yes more and actually commit and follow through with your plans. I recently read a New York Times article, basically the gist being that we as a society love to cancel plans. We're kind of flaky, and don't get me wrong, there are so many times when I would rather just be on the couch reading, binging Netflix instead of following through with plans I made. Long term, that is only hurting you. This article kind of harps on how people who cancel plans, you're seen as the flaky one. We all have someone in our life who we just know doesn't follow through with plans, or we're not confident that they'll follow through with plans. Don't be that person. And truly, when you follow through with plans, make plans, say yes to opportunities, say yes to friends, it's only creating a happier, healthier version of yourself. Because when you show up for people, it matters. It matters for them, it matters for you, it matters for your reputation. But ultimately, it just matters because it makes your life fuller. I definitely have introvert tendencies, but something I realized about myself is that when I socialize and make plans, my introvert night is so much better. Okay, I go have dinner with friends and then I can come home and couch rot and feel like I deserve the couch rot. It hits different. Tip number 6 to enhancing your life is to be more selfless and volunteer your time. The world just seems so dark, but we have the opportunity to put so much light into it. And a tangible way to do so is volunteering your time, your energy, and your resources. In undergrad, I learned about the term social activism, and it's basically the fallacy that when we post on social media, we are doing good for the world. But unfortunately, social activism gives us this false sense of doing social good. We put out a Facebook post or an Instagram post, promoting a certain idea, political ideology, belief, and we think, we're Rosa Parks, when in reality, we just put out a Facebook post and 99% of the people who follow us also already hold that steadfast belief, and we're just putting messages into an echo chamber. So it really doesn't do anything. And then because we've done that, we're like, oh, I've done my good deed for the day. They close the laptop. They don't go out into the actual world and do good deeds. Again, I'm not removing myself. Totally guilty of doing this too, but it's an issue. And I think we forget the immense need to actually put boots on the ground and get out there and help, whether it's volunteering at a soup kitchen. I know that's kind of like the stereotypical volunteer opportunity, but there are so many. Like, I guarantee you have a skill. And I also guarantee you there is a need for your skill in the pro bono volunteer space. Not only are you doing good for the world, but it also will improve your self-esteem. It'll make you feel like you have a purpose, you're giving back in the world, and you're actually addressing some of these issues that you care about. Tip number 7 is to set daily tangible goals. Enhancing and improving your life is all about making incremental progress to the bigger picture. If your goal is to save $5,000, instead of being like, I'm gonna save $5,000, I really want you to create daily objectives that you have control over. In the past, I've made numerical goals that on a day-to-day basis, I don't even come close to hitting. And it's very disheartening, and you feel like you're not making progress towards your goals, when in reality, they're just out of your control. If you want to save $5,000, okay, maybe today I'm going to pack my lunch instead of buying Chipotle. Boom, I've saved $15. I'm going to pick up another shift at work. Boom, I earned another $100. I recommend really breaking down your goals into things that are 100% in your control, because when you leave your goals up to other people, it kind of gives you permission to be like, well, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to let the people do the work for me. No, you got to take the power back, because that is how you're actually going to hit those numerical goals. And the last tip on how to enhance your life is to spend 20 minutes outside every single day. 20 minutes might seem like nothing, especially if you live in a city and you're walking everywhere. But for a lot of folks who, we work from home, we drive to and from work, hitting that 20 minutes a day actually can be hard. And I guarantee a lot of folks, especially in colder climates, are not even coming close to that in the fall, winter, and spring months. Your body needs sunlight, it needs vitamin D. Your lungs can only do so much recycled air. So get your ass outside, 20 minutes every single day, rain or shine. Just holistically, it's going to have so many benefits for you. Some tangible ways to get in these 20 minutes. One, park far away at the grocery store. Park in the farthest spot back, so you have to walk the farthest in and out of the store. Another way is to just sit outside with your morning coffee, soak in the sun, listen to the birds. So those are 8 tangible ways for you to upgrade and enhance your life. Please let me know in the comments if you're going to be adopting any of these, if you agree, disagree with any of these, other ideas you have, because I am all ears on how we can constantly be evolving, bettering ourselves, bettering society. Put them in the comments. If you like these kind of videos, please subscribe. I also make a ton of lifestyle vlog content, and I would love for you to stick around. Until next time, peace.